Hello, everybody. My name is Declan Aikens, and my topic is the growth of women's sports globally. A little self introduction. I'm a sports management major. I'm from Danville, Pennsylvania, and I picked this topic because it doesn't just relate to my major, but has worldwide effect, and doing this topic will help me learn more about how sports affect the world globally. This presentation is preparing me for future work in the sports world and gives me something to look forward to in the future. A little overview. Women's sports are growing more and more by the year. Here's a couple viewership growth numbers since 2023. The WNBA has increased 68%. NCAA women's basketball has increased 15%, and women's soccer has increased 22%. Soccer and tennis are the most watched women's sports globally, except for in the US, where basketball, 56% popularity, is the most popular. Australians are most likely to follow women's sports accounts on social media, followed by the US, UK, Canada, Germany, Spain, and France. Why should you care? Gender equality and fair opportunities. When women's sports are supported globally, it would make people drop their stereotypes about women's sports, showing that women deserve the same stage. Economic growth. Women's sports are one of the fastest growing areas when it comes to global entertainment. Supporting them creates new jobs, expands markets, and draws in more fans. It promotes change beyond sports. Many of these women athletes have been leaders in big social movements, including equal pay, racial injustice, LGBTQ rights, and much more. Impacts at a personal level. Career opportunities expand. Growth in women's sports means more jobs for coaches, managers, agents, event coordinators, and media specialists. Being in a sport management major, this opens entire new sectors to potentially work in. Professional network growth. Women's sports communities are rapidly growing but are still tight-knit. This makes it easier for students to connect with coaches, athletes, executives, and mentors. Developing cultural competence. When working with women's sports, you need to have full understanding of gender equity, athlete advocacy, and diverse experiences. These are skills needed across the whole sports industry. Global scale and market for women's sports. The women's sports market was valued at approximately 145 billion US dollars in 2023 and is projected to reach 256.67 billion US dollars by 2030. These numbers show that there will need to be an increase in jobs since it's going to grow way bigger in the next 5 to 10 years. The largest market for women's sports is in the United States, taking in 1.4 billion in 2025. This market is driven by an established sports culture, high participation number, and significant investments from sponsors and media. The future of women's sports. Continued growth in media coverage. The more broadcasting and streaming of women's sports, the more opportunity for women to showcase their leagues. Rising investment in sponsorships. More major brands are starting to shift toward women's sports due to the high engagement. And improved equity and athlete support. Momentum for equal pay, maternity policies, and health benefits will continue. Better support systems will help athletes have longer, more sustainable careers.